It's 6:16. You're watching Wake Up Northwest, and it's time for the first ever Madeline Motivates. This segment is so exciting to me, and hey, we are just about halfway through January. And if you're like me, maybe you're struggling already with your New Year's resolutions. So that's why we want to help you achieve your goals for 2020. And today we're going to rate your resolutions. So of course, Paul Casey, personal coach with Growing Forward, is here to teach us how to create SMART goals. So what are SMART goals, and what do they stand for, Paul?
SMART goals are better than a New Year's resolution because New Year's resolutions are usually like wishes. They're like great intentions, but a SMART goal, we can actually quantify that. So I like to use the acronym for SMARTs. S starting with specific. So you can't hit a vague target. So we need to actually quantify those.
Right.
The M in SMART is measurable. And so we want to make sure they're trackable to see, are we actually winning on this goal?
It's not just a mantra.
To completion. The A has to be attainable or achievable, because we want to stretch a little bit outside our comfort zone, but be inside our delusional zone, as one speaker says. So we want to make sure that we've got that stretch goal. The R needs to be relevant to whatever vision we have in our life, whether that's our job description at work or our personal vision. We want to make sure that's aligned. And then T is time dated, because a goal is just a dream unless it has that deadline on it.
Yeah, because if you say, hey, by December 31st, 2020, I'm going to have this goal achieved, that definitely gives you that motivation to get there.
There you go.
So that being said, we had some of our viewers send in some of their resolutions for this year, and so we want to go through some of those to rate them. So first up, Santiago said he wants to travel more this year. Paul, how would you rate that resolution according to your SMART goal description?
Well, first of all, Santiago, great job that you want to travel more, because it's great personal development. But we want to quantify that. So maybe he needs to research for 30 minutes every Saturday the trip he wants to go on next.
Great
point. Or maybe he
point.
wants to set that I want to make one trip every month for 2020.
Or he can start raising money for that trip, maybe.
Ooh, good one.
Yeah,
Yes.
that makes it more specific, and then he can set the location and know where he wants to go by the end of the year. Okay, so next up we had our viewer April. She sent in that her goal is to continue to be a more positive person and to help 36 people in 2020 to reach their own personal health goals. What do you think about hers?
Well, the first part, to be a more positive person, we could probably quantify that a little bit more. Like, for instance, one of my goals is to write a positive note to my daughter. She's a senior in high school every other week and put it on her door. So that's one way
making you more positive and also affecting someone else.
Exactly. But I love the second part of that goal because there's a number. Usually, we need that quantifiable number, 36.
Yeah, that's actually why I chose April's example, because I thought that was a great example of a SMART goal, and it's not just that mantra resolution. A great way to make it achievable, because she can count how many people she's helped along their health journey. Well, real quick, I just wanted to mention our viewer Audra. She sent me her blog post. It's about her New Year's goals, and she has a really neat concept in this post. She said that instead of defining specific resolutions, she has decided to just approach her goals with a full send attitude. Now, Paul, how did you define full send in that email to me?
Well, full send is like you're going all in. So you are just all in that goal, you're fully committed. And I also like to say, your big why, the reason you're doing it, has to be greater than all the excuses to not do that goal. So full send is all in.
Yeah, and even if you fail, you're still committed to that progress.
Yep. If you shoot for the moon, you end up in the stars, I think it's said.
That's not a bad place to be, Paul. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming in this morning and kicking off this segment. And I'm sure you'll be seeing more of Paul in the future.